The narcissist in your life thinks they've won. They believe they broke you, controlled you, or at minimum, they'll always occupy space in your head. But ancient Zen masters and Stoic philosophers discovered 8 devastating responses that punish narcissists in the only language they understand: complete irrelevance. Today, I'm revealing the psychological warfare disguised as wisdom that will make them regret ever underestimating you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." But there's a hidden wisdom here: narcissists feed exclusively on your reaction. Your anger nourishes them. Your pain validates them. Your attention sustains them. The moment you understand this, you hold a weapon they cannot defend against: strategic indifference paired with impeccable self-mastery. The Buddha taught that some people are like thorns on the path. You don't argue with thorns, you simply step around them. These 8 methods are your path around the narcissist, and watching them realize you've moved on without them is the ultimate punishment. If you're ready to stop being narcissistic supply and start being psychologically untouchable, subscribe now. You're about to learn why your liberation is their worst nightmare. Method 1: Master the art of gray rock. The first and most powerful method is becoming a gray rock. So boring, so emotionally flat, so unrewarding to interact with that the narcissist loses all interest. Narcissists are emotional vampires who feed on reactions. Drama, tears, anger, even joy, they consume it all. But what happens when you become the most uninteresting, monotone, reaction-free person they've ever met? The Zen concept of no mind, a state of mental calm where nothing disturbs you, is the foundation here. You're not suppressing emotions. You're refusing to perform them for an audience that will weaponize them. Watch the transformation: they insult you. Your response: they try to provoke you. Your response: okay. They share dramatic news. Your response: that's interesting, with the enthusiasm of reading a phone book. Your face shows nothing. Your voice is monotone. Your body language screams, "I'd rather be literally anywhere else." You've become emotional Teflon: nothing sticks, nothing penetrates, nothing matters. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you react with complete flatness, you remove their primary food source. They're starving while you remain unmoved. The key is consistency. One slip, one emotional reaction, and they know the real you is still accessible. But maintain the gray rock, and they eventually give up and move to easier targets. The punishment: narcissists need drama like humans need air. When you provide nothing, no anger to mirror, no pain to enjoy, no attention to harvest, they experience psychological starvation. You've become useless to them, and for a narcissist, being useless is unbearable. They move on not because you escaped, but because you bored them to death. Method 2: Live exceptionally well and never hide it. The second method is living your absolute best life, and making sure they can see it from the outside looking in. Nothing devastates a narcissist more than witnessing you thrive without them. They invested significant energy convincing you that you need them, that you're nothing without them, that you'll crumble alone. Your success annihilates that entire narrative. Marcus Aurelius practiced what he called living according to nature, pursuing excellence, virtue, and genuine fulfillment. When you embody this after leaving a narcissist, every achievement becomes evidence they were wrong. This isn't about performing for them or seeking their attention. It's about genuinely building the life they tried to prevent you from having. Get in incredible shape. Excel in your career. Cultivate amazing friendships. Find authentic love. Create genuine joy. The Buddhist practice of mudita, sympathetic joy in your own success, is what you're cultivating. But the side effect is that narcissists see what they lost access to, and it destroys them internally. Social media becomes a weapon here, not through direct shots but through genuine living. Your photos aren't staged for them, they're real moments of actual happiness. But they see them, and each one is a knife to their ego. They told you that you'd fall apart. You built something better. They said no one would want you. You found someone who actually values you. They predicted your failure. You succeeded beyond their imagination. The punishment, every genuine smile in your photos, every achievement you share, every moment of authentic happiness is proof that not only did you survive them, you flourished. They wanted to be your ceiling. You proved they were just a temporary floor you stepped off from to reach greater heights. This destroys their narrative and their superiority complex simultaneously. Method 3, give them exactly what they claim to want. The third devastating method is taking narcissists at their word, giving them precisely what they ask for with zero negotiation. Narcissists speak in manipulation code. I need space means chase me. Maybe we should break up means beg me to stay. I don't care what you do means prove you care about what I think. They expect you to decode the manipulation and respond with the opposite of what they said. But the Zen practice of indirect perception means taking things exactly as stated, without reading hidden agendas. They want space. Give them permanent distance. They suggest breaking up. Agree immediately and mean it. They don't care. Stop caring about them too. This is called calling their bluff in poker. But in Zen terms, it's refusing to engage with illusion. You see their words as they are, not as the manipulation they contain. Epictetus taught, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. When they tell you they want something, believe them completely and grant it fully. The shock on their face when you say, okay, and actually walk away is priceless. They were playing a game that required your desperate participation. But you just flipped the board and left. Watch what happens. They expected negotiation, begging, emotional displays. Instead, you're gone. Complete silence. Total absence. They're left holding a game piece in an empty room, realizing you were never playing their game in the first place. The punishment, they lose control of the manipulation entirely. They said something expecting a specific emotional response and got the opposite. Now they're stuck. If they come back, they admit they were lying and manipulating. If they don't, they lose their narcissistic supply forever. Either way, they've been checkmated by their own words. Method 4. Build an unbreakable support fortress. The fourth method is constructing a support network so solid that the narcissist can't infiltrate, manipulate, or destroy it. Narcissists work systematically to isolate you because isolation creates dependency. But when you deliberately build a fortress of psychologically healthy people who see through manipulation, you become impenetrable. The Stoic practice of choosing your associations wisely is critical. Marcus Aurelius surrounded himself with philosophers like Epictetus who could counsel him honestly. You need people who won't fall for narcissistic charm or triangulation. Here's the key: educate your support system. Share what you've learned about narcissistic tactics, love bombing, gaslighting, Darvo, triangulation, smear campaigns. When the narcissist tries these tactics on your people, they're recognized immediately and fail. The Buddhist Sangha, community of practitioners, wasn't just fellowship. It was protection against gaslighting and reality distortion. Multiple witnesses keep you calibrated to truth when someone is trying to rewrite it. This network serves multiple crucial functions. They provide reality checks when you're being gaslit. They offer support without enabling. They can witness narcissistic behavior so you're not crazy or alone. They hold you accountable for maintaining boundaries. When narcissists realize you have intelligent, aware people in your corner who know their playbook, they often retreat. They prefer isolated victims with no one to validate their reality or protect them. Your support system becomes a mirror reflecting truth when the narcissist is trying to distort it. The punishment, every manipulation tactic they attempt gets filtered through a network of people who recognize it instantly. Their smear campaign fails because your people know your character. Their attempts to isolate you fail because your circle is intentional and strong. Their gaslighting fails because you have witnesses to reality. They're effectively powerless against a fortress they can't breach. Method 5, become strategically unpredictable. The fifth method is disrupting every pattern they've learned to exploit, becoming unpredictable in ways that make their manipulation tactics obsolete. Narcissists are pattern recognition machines. They study you, learn your triggers, understand your responses, and build a manipulation map of your psychology. They know exactly which buttons to push for which reactions. But what happens when you change the entire system? The Zen teaching of no fixed mind means not being locked into predictable patterns. Like water, you adapt and flow, never the same twice. This makes you impossible to manipulate because the map they created no longer matches the territory. Here's how this works in practice. If you always got angry at their provocations, now you laugh or show complete indifference. If you always chased them when they pulled away, now you use the space to thrive. If you always explained yourself, now you offer silence. If you always engaged in arguments, now you simply walk away. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of flexibility in thought and action. When you refuse to be locked into predictable responses, you become strategically superior to manipulators who rely on your consistency. This isn't about being fake or calculated, it's about genuinely evolving beyond your previous patterns. Personal growth naturally makes you unpredictable to people who knew the old version. The narcissist tries their usual tactics and nothing works. The buttons they installed no longer function. They're pressing controls that no longer connect to anything. This is deeply unsettling to them. The punishment: narcissists feel powerful when they can predict and control your reactions. When you become genuinely unpredictable, not because you're performing but because you've actually evolved, they lose their sense of mastery over you. They realize the person they thought they understood and controlled no longer exists. You've become someone they can't manipulate, can't predict, can't control. This powerlessness torments them. Method 6, document everything with zero emotion. The sixth method is maintaining detailed, emotionless documentation of their behavior, transforming their gaslighting into evidence. Narcissists survive through rewriting history. They gaslight, deny, project, and lie so effectively that even you start doubting your own memory and perception. But what happens when you have irrefutable evidence? The Stoic practice of objective observation means documenting reality without emotional coloring. Marcus Aurelius kept philosophical journals observing events and people accurately. You can keep factual records that protect truth from narcissistic revisionism. Screenshots of contradictory messages. Recordings of conversations where legal. Emails saved with dates and context. Not obsessively, methodically. Not for revenge, for protection. You're building a library of their actual behavior in their actual words. When they gaslight with "I never said that," you calmly produce evidence showing they said exactly that. When they claim you did something you didn't, you present proof of what actually happened. No emotion, no gloating, just facts. The Buddhist principle of right speech includes protecting truth. Documentation ensures that truth cannot be obscured by narcissistic manipulation and memory distortion. This is particularly powerful if they try to smear you to others. While they spin emotional narratives painting you as the villain, you can produce calm, factual evidence of actual events. You rarely need to use it, having it is often enough. The key is emotional neutrality. Present evidence like a lawyer presenting exhibits, factual, calm, unshakable. Their emotional manipulation meets your factual documentation and loses. The punishment: gaslighting only works in the absence of proof. When you have documentation, their primary manipulation tool is neutralized. They can't rewrite history. They can't make you doubt your reality. They can't lie effectively to others about you. They realize you've been quietly building a case while they were loudly building lies. Their house of cards has a paper trail showing it's built on deception. Method 7, achieve complete emotional self-sufficiency. The seventh method is the most powerful. Developing such complete emotional self-sufficiency that you need nothing from them, not validation, not closure, not apology, not acknowledgement. This is the ultimate expression of both Stoic and Zen wisdom. When you genuinely don't need anything from them, you become completely invulnerable to their manipulation. Epictetus taught, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. When you stop needing the narcissist to validate your worth, acknowledge your pain, or give you closure, you win complete freedom. The Buddhist concept of non-attachment isn't about not caring, it's about not needing external sources for your internal peace. You've cultivated such inner sufficiency that their opinion, their presence, their approval means nothing to you. This requires deep inner work. Therapy to heal trauma. Meditation to build inner peace. Self-reflection to know your worth independent of external validation. Community to replace unhealthy attachment with healthy connection. When you reach true emotional self-sufficiency, you don't need them to apologize, you've already forgiven and moved on. You don't need closure, you've closed that chapter yourself. You don't need them to acknowledge how they hurt you, you've acknowledged it and healed anyway. Marcus Aurelius practiced this by maintaining his inner peace regardless of external chaos. He needed nothing from others to maintain his center. You can cultivate this same power. The narcissist tries to hook you with drama, with breadcrumbs, with provocations. But you're genuinely unmoved. Not performing indifference, actually, authentically indifferent because you've healed beyond the need for anything they have. The punishment. Narcissists maintain power through your needs, your need for their love, their validation, their acknowledgement. When you genuinely need nothing from them, every manipulation tactic fails. They have nothing to withhold, nothing to offer, no leverage whatsoever. They're completely powerless. For a narcissist whose entire identity is built on having power over others, this is psychological death. Method 8. Replace them with something incomparably better. The eighth and final method is demonstrating through your actual life that they were not only replaceable, they were an obstacle to something better. Narcissists have convinced themselves they're irreplaceable. That you'll never find better. That life without them is diminished. Proving this catastrophically wrong is the ultimate punishment because it destroys their core identity. The Stoic concept of preferred indifference teaches that we prefer certain things but they're not essential to our well-being. The narcissist wasn't essential, they were just someone you were with until you found someone who actually enhances your life. This means genuinely moving forward. If it's a relationship, dating someone who treats you with authentic respect and love. If it's family, creating chosen family that supports you healthily. If it's a friend, finding friendships built on mutuality not manipulation. The Buddha taught about releasing what doesn't serve you and embracing what does. When you replace the narcissist with healthier relationships, better opportunities, and deeper joy, you're living this teaching. But here's what makes it devastating, the contrast. When they see or hear that you're with someone who actually values you, treats you well, makes you genuinely happy, it annihilates their narrative that they were the best you could do. Every improvement in your life after them, better relationship, better mental health, better career, better friendships, better peace, is evidence that they were the problem, not you. That removing them was the solution. This isn't about making them jealous, that would still give them power. This is about genuinely building something so much better that comparison becomes almost insulting to your new life. The punishment, they believed they were the prize you lost. Instead, they were the anchor you cut loose to sail toward better horizons. Every success, every happiness, every authentic relationship after them proves they weren't special, they were replaceable. And they've been replaced with something incomparably superior. This realization is devastating to their inflated ego. The integration. These 8 methods aren't separate tactics, they're integrated expressions of one truth: your healing, growth, and liberation are the most devastating response to narcissistic abuse. When you become gray rock, you remove their emotional supply. When you live well, you prove them wrong. When you give them what they claim to want, you call their bluff. When you build a fortress of support, you're protected from their attacks. When you become unpredictable, their manipulation map becomes useless. When you document everything, their gaslighting fails. When you achieve self-sufficiency, they have no leverage. When you replace them with better, you prove they were never special. The ancient masters taught these principles not for revenge, but for liberation. But liberation from narcissistic control looks like punishment to them because they lose all power over you. Your indifference, your boundaries, your success, your peace, your thriving, these aren't weapons you're wielding against them. They're the natural results of your healing. But to a narcissist who expected you to remain broken, stuck, and dependent, your freedom is the ultimate defeat. If you're dealing with a narcissist, these 8 methods will help you reclaim your power and protect your peace. But always remember, the goal isn't their suffering, it's your freedom. Marcus Aurelius was right, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. You're not becoming narcissistic by using these methods, you're becoming wise, boundaries, and free. The Buddha taught that attachment to anger is poison. These methods help you release anger by removing the narcissist's power to hurt you. You're not punishing them from hatred, you're protecting yourself through wisdom. Your healing journey is the ultimate response. Your peace is the final victory. Your ability to move forward and build something beautiful is the complete answer. Let ancient wisdom guide you not toward revenge, but toward the freedom and happiness you always deserved. They wanted to break you. Instead, you broke free. And that's the only punishment that truly matters. If these methods helped you see your path to freedom from narcissistic control, protect others by hitting that like button and subscribing for more wisdom on psychological liberation and inner strength. Your challenge. Choose one method from these 8 and commit to mastering it for 30 days. Don't try all 8, deep mastery of one creates more transformation than surface practice of many. In the comments, share just the number, 1 to 8, you're committing to. No explanations needed, let's build a community of people reclaiming their power through wisdom and boundaries. Remember, the goal isn't to hurt them back. It's to heal yourself forward. But your healing will feel like punishment to someone who thought they broke you. And that's poetry. Until next time, enforce your boundaries, trust your healing, and never forget that your peace is the greatest